One of the traditions of this historic club is minors, or those who are below the age of 18, are not allowed to enter the clubhouse. But there was only one instance, way back in 1988, when the club had to relax its rules so that a young 15-year-old could play for the team and enter the clubhouse. A young boy who was disciplined, committed and dedicated. A young man who was so fiercely determined to excel on the cricket field for his country and for himself.
Sachin, you must be getting tired now of people asking you questions, giving interviews or what?
Oh, I think this is just start.
It's the start of it. It's part of being a cricket star also, no? They give interview. Now, if you get selected to go to the West Indies, you'll be happy about that, or you think you want to wait a few years?
Of course, I'll be happy.
This is the right time to go. You don't think you're too young? Some people are saying that Marshall is so fast and Ambrose is so fast that you'll have trouble facing them. What do you think?
No, I haven't any trouble to face much.
You prefer facing fast bowling?
Yeah, I prefer always.
What is the reason for that?
I like to play fast bowlers because ball comes straight on the bat.
You also bowl in your school matches, no?
Yeah.
What type of bowling do you do?
Medium pace.
And you want to continue in Ranji Trophy bowling or not?
Yeah, for some time I'll be bowling. Yes.
But you'll obviously concentrate on your
Small
batting.
spell only I'll be bowling.
You were talking about Rajiv Kulkarni's bowling, that he's the fastest bowler in India that you've faced. At the CCI nets, I think Kapil also bowled you.
Yes.
They give you some practice. How was that?
He was also very good.
And then his outswing and in-swing, you didn't have a problem with that?
No. No, I prefer all the things. One day, 3 day, 5 day.
Have you always wanted to be a cricket player, or you tried other sports also when you were in school?
I want to play cricket.
In sports this week, we focus on a new star in international cricket. He's the youngest player in 25 years to score a century in Test cricket. And he's said to be another Gavaskar in the making. Sachin Tendulkar, the boy wonder of India, captured the imagination of the British media, was the focus of attention.
Sachin Tendulkar. The very name conjures up visions of scattered fielders, cowering bowlers, vintage stroke play of the kind that hasn't been seen for a long time. We have with us Sachin Tendulkar. Sachin, so much media coverage, so much praise, so many superlatives. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I'm quite happy about it, but still at the same time I'm not really looking at that, because at the same time I have to concentrate on my cricket also. I think there's a long way to go, and it's very necessary for me to keep my head on my shoulders.
Do you think of records when you're playing?
Not really. Actually, I don't want to. I think I'll play my natural game.
About studies, Sachin. It's very difficult for you to continue to be a student, do your homework and go and hit 100. How are you going to handle this?
Still, I think I'll keep on studying because it's really important. So at least I'll complete my graduation, and after that I'll think about something else. I'm studying in the 12th standard arts.
Do you feel there is too much cricket? Do you think that a person your age might suffer a burnout?
I don't think, because you're playing for India, not for any club or club cricket or state levels. So it's going to be a hard game. So you'll have to play like that.
And so this is at the age of 17, you're willing to say that you want to play 6 days a week if required, no problem,
I think so, yeah.
and play good strokes, study as and when possible, and improve as long as you. Well, good luck to you, Sachin Tendulkar.
I talked to Sunil Gavaskar over the phone this morning about Tendulkar, who many say is India's new Gavaskar.
Does he have both? Does he have talent and temperament to be a great player?
I think the talent was obvious when he was in school, when he started to score all those big runs, and from there on, I think the talent was very obvious.
Yes.
And so far he's shown that he is very good against pace. He gets right behind the ball with his head very still, and technically he's very, very good against the quick bowlers. He hasn't, of course, faced the West Indian quicks, which is another story. But I believe he has the ability to even handle that quite comfortably.
Looking ahead a bit, is he India's future Gavaskar?
Well, I don't know whether he would want to be tagged as another somebody, but certainly he is a tremendous prospect, and I'm sure, like everybody else, he would, prefer to be known as by his own name rather than as somebody else. Well, he's a Kar. He's not a Gavaskar. He's a Tendulkar. Yes. And, I think he will be a name that might perhaps make you even forget Gavaskar.
I doubt that. From your experience, though, what's the biggest problem that he's still likely to face?
I think the biggest problem is, expectations of the people, because every time he goes out to bat, there are expectations that he will score runs, and score runs attractively. So the expectations of the people are going to be his biggest hurdle, rather than the bowling attacks of the world.
Yes, and finally, what is his strongest point that you see?
I think temperament, because now that he has got past the barrier of a 10th century, which is such a difficult thing, because once you get past the century barrier.
When he was a young boy, then I was sharing a room with him. I was also 18-year-old, and he never used to sleep before test matches. He used to be up the whole night. I know it happens because of tension. The pressure is huge, and he wants to do well. Now, the innings he played in Perth was one of the best I've seen.
I think it was a very sad moment, right? Slap bang in the middle of the tournament to lose your parent is never easy. And then his mother told him that his father would have liked him to carry on playing. So the mother sent him back, India to England and London and back. The jet lag kicks in as well. All these factors, mentally you're not quite there, and for him to play that innings was an indication of what a terrific cricketer he is, how wonderful his temperament is. And I think everybody, and I dare say even the Kenyans, would have been happy that he got that 100 that day, because if anybody deserved to get 100, it was Sachin Tendulkar.
Oh, he's hit this one, Miles. Great shot. Oh, it's a biggie. Straight over the top. The little man has hit the big fella for 6. He's off his size. And he's smashed him down the ground. What a player. What a wonderful player. Oh, this is great batting. Wonderful cricket entertainment. Well, I don't think anywhere in the world people can love a game more than they love it here.
See your eyes moist at this time. This is obviously a very, very emotional moment for you, Tell me honestly, between yesterday and now, have you cried? Oh, come on, Kapil.
Ajay!
All our fans just owe so much to this man for having showed Indian cricket the way, for having made this dream possible, and this is a truly emotional moment. He's carried this for the last 28 years, this burden of being the only captain who's won a World Cup, and now his dream has been realized. This is hugely emotional for everybody. Krishnachari Shrikant, as emotional as it is for Kapil Dev, I'm sure this is a hugely emotional moment for you as well.
In science they say, my dear Rahul, energy can neither be destroyed nor created. It can be only converted, or that's what it says.
Oh, absolutely. And
so that's what it is. The energies of every Indian is being converted into victory.
If there is to be a moment when an entire nation breaks down, this has to be it. These are tears of joy.
There's news coming in now that Sachin Tendulkar has announced his retirement
from Test cricket after playing his 200th Test against the West Indies.
We'll love it. Just have a listen. I think that's a magnificent gesture. Magnificent gesture by the West Indies. Guard of honour given to
the master as he walked into bat. Wonderful, wonderful gesture that by the opponents.
Settle down, let me talk. I'll get more and more emotional. My life between 22 yards for 24 years. It's hard to believe that that wonderful journey is coming to an end. But I would like to take this opportunity to thank people who've played an important role in my life. It's getting a little difficult to talk, but I'll manage. Every time I've done something special, whenever I've showed my bat, it was my father. So I miss him today. The most beautiful thing happened to me in 1990 when I met my wife, Anjali. Rubbish that I've spoken, I normally do. So thanks for bearing with me and always staying by my side through the ups and downs. You're the best partnership I've had in my life. Thank you so much to all the photographers as well. Those wonderful captured moments will stay with me for the rest of my life. I know my speech is getting a bit too long, but this is the last thing I want to say. I want to thank all the people here who've flown in from various parts of the world. I've met so many guys who've fasted for me, who've prayed for me, done all sorts of things for me. You know, without all that, life wouldn't have been like this for me. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart and also say that time has flown by rather quickly, but the memories that you've left with me will always be with me forever and ever. Especially Sachin, that will reverberate in my ears till I stop breathing.